Buenos dias, good morning. Continuing the next phase, or video phase I should say, because I steadily work every day on this, of the renovations of the guest house. Thank you for tuning in. I'm just walking over to the property, passing a little starfruit tree, the restaurant space. Soon you'll see the chicken babies. They're all out here roaming around. Hey girls, good morning. Everybody's doing well. Here with my little bucket with some of my tools. And just to show you from the outside as we walk up, the white part is the part that I've done so far, and the gray parts are the parts that still need to be finished. And I'm gonna finish this area today. And then I'm just waiting on a ladder from my neighbor to do the upper parts. Soon I'll install the doors. And then it will be pretty much ready for electric to come in, which hopefully will be in a couple of weeks. You can also see I've begun to frame out. And I chopped down a bunch of plantains here. So I'm framing out where the concrete patio will go outside this front door here of the cabin. As you can see, all the walls are done inside. Let's just take a look. So the walls are all done. And now this is kind of like a primer, right? It's a seal over the concrete to make it nice and smooth. So after I finish everything, I'm just gonna go over it with sandpaper, a couple different grades, and smooth it out so it's ready to be painted. But for the most part, we are already done. Ceiling's removed. At some point we'll paint the roof there just to make it aesthetically pleasing, but the bathroom's done. Chickens are hanging out here with us. The master bedroom done. So much light in this house, it's beautiful. Yep, so again, just gonna smooth that out a little bit with sandpaper, but otherwise we are finished. And let me show you the last part that I've done in the most recent. So it's kind of pooled up with water at the moment, but this will dry up. But I've excavated where all the plumbing comes out of the house. Currently, you can see a pipe right over here, right? So there's a pipe already installed. I'm actually going to connect all the new piping, the new PVC I've gotten to that. And then I've dug a trench all the way. I got to get rid of these plantains, but it does go all the way to the front of the property, and I'll go around now and show you that. But first, really quickly, you can see the outside of the house. It's all done, looking good. Again, I just need a ladder to get up to some of these upper areas a little more refined, but the house is looking beautiful on the outside. When I'm doing the patio with concrete, I'm just gonna fix these little bits here, although that does add kind of a cool rustic look to it. So I might improvise and maybe just do this Repamax glaze over that, or just leave it open for the moment. I don't know. I'm probably gonna fill it in with concrete and then put Repamax on top, the Muro Seco, the drywall. Hey chicken. But anyway, walking my way back around, you can see the chicken coop. These are little things. Let's see if there's any eggs in here. No eggs, no eggs. Couple of eggs here, woohoo! Take those out, 1, 2. All right. Fresh eggs, as fresh as it gets. Laid this morning. And over by the chicken coop, I have my little basket here. I put them in the basket and we're good to go. So you can see the trench that I've made. And what was nice is at some point there was already plumbing throughout here from the old system. And this goes all the way through the back side of the restaurant here. Have a hammock for relaxing. But you can see I'm going to replace all these pipes because they're very, very old. But here are the bathrooms, will soon to be bathrooms for the restaurant. And I'm going to put all new in here, but it's nice to know where it leads into the building underneath this concrete, which is really helpful because I don't have to tear up the concrete. I don't have to repipe it on a surface level into there. It's already integrated into the concrete. So I will just put brand new piping for all of these joints. And then you see there's some exits for water to come out. And I'm gonna get big piping like this. There's actually a small septic tank over there, or leach field. I'm gonna run those all the way to where this connects and goes over to the septic tank over there and just kind of drains out naturally. And inside the bathrooms, we've already got piping in for sink. So we've got input and exit, and we've got a big exit for a toilet, and then water coming in. So I'll be able to just connect the water to these, which are already integrated into the concrete that was here before I bought the house. And then you can see this is a little bit of storage, but again, we have intake out for a sink maybe, or here could be a sink. What I'm gonna do is a clever little urinal system here, where I saw this in downtown Parita, actually in the Mercado, a little bit of the restaurant. And the system is, I'll actually implant a video, or not a video, but a photo of it. It basically is a urinal that is cleaned and drained by the sink that's attached to it in a coordinated system, which is nice. So as someone's washing their hands, it washes the urine down the urinal. So you see there's already piping through here, and I've traced it along all the way through here. And as we enter the front of the restaurant space, the water's gonna come in. I dug this all the way to the road, so the water meter is gonna be just in front of this building to the side, and then the water will come in. And as you can see also, the old piping had water leading into this little mini home cabin that we're gonna renovate soon. So I'm just gonna splice, do like a T-joint there, and bring the water back into that, and then remove all of this old piping from the ground. But anyway, beautiful day here in Vasconia. We've got turmeric growing, almond tree, blue java bananas. There's a bunch of other stuff. I've begun to, really plant a lot of flowers along the entranceway, so when people come into the restaurant, there's varieties of flowers and beautiful bushes. And again, an almond tree there, and there's one on the other side, and they're gonna flank the entrance of the restaurant space. So when people walk in, they get the star fruit, they get the restaurant. We're doing 3 bars here to look out at the big Guanacaste tree and the beautiful blue sky. The tennis court is covered by bushes, so you can't even tell it's there. And that's what I got for you today. So anyway, I just wanted to provide a little update with some of the work I'm doing. You can see all the piping tubes I got for the new plumbing system, all brand new. The concrete for the walkways, or for the patio. Everything's ready. I'm just every day doing a little bit more work here and there. And today is just a highlight video because I'm pretty much done. Again, I'm just gonna finish this little section of the Muro Seco. Buddy says hi in the background. The chickens are saying hello always. Yeah, and once I finish this part of the cabin, the next is getting all that plumbing installed into those trenches I've dug. And then once I get a ladder, I'm gonna do the top part with the Muro Seco. And then that is done for the cabin, and just waiting on the electric to get installed now. And thank you once again for tuning in and staying up to date with everything I've got going on here at the Jungle Temple in Parita de Costa Rica. It's truly a dream come true, and I make these videos to, show the process, to document, kind of like a photo album from when we were children. It's nice in 10, 20 years to look back and see, how far we've come. But also, most importantly, with these renovation videos, this is the beginning of the Ecovillage development. Beyond just the food forest that I've been working on for the past 5 years, now other people are finding their way here to join me in this project, which is super exciting. I actually am recording this in the beginning of November 2025. Sunny is getting involved in this guest home. The other guest home in the front will probably be somebody else within a year from now. And also I have a few people visiting, which you'll see in future videos in the coming month or two, who may eventually also want to start building something here on the property and having a second home, or maybe primary home, that they can call a home base in Costa Rica, and then travel the world and go back and forth and see their family in their respective home countries, or countries of origin, I should say. So yeah, this is a super exciting time in the development of the Jungle Temple because it's not just me anymore. There's other people finally getting involved and, you know, building together an intentional eco community. And for me, it's exciting because I'm surrounded by, as you see, chickens and dogs all day. So it's going to be nice to have human interactions. Not that I don't have them. I have neighbors, of course, and I go into town occasionally. But where I am is I'm mostly isolated for the most part. So it'll be nice to have other humans around to work on projects together, to help me with the land. As you see, like there's constantly fruits growing. I can only harvest and do so much with them, cooking, eating, feeding the dogs, sharing with neighbors. But now there's going to be other people here that can benefit from all of the things growing. I don't know if you could see in the background too. We got oranges growing. I'll get a little closer, but these are blue Java bananas that will be done in a couple weeks, ripe, I should say. I've got, you know, guanabana trees here, kaimito. This is the canela. This is cinnamon right here. Where are we here? Cinnamon growing tall. We've got the whole coffee farm in the back. Look at the size of these oranges. I don't know if you could tell, but they're probably twice the size of my fist. So I'm going to harvest a couple of these today and have some vitamin C rich oranges. It's endless. This is the kitchen building that we're going to be processing a lot of the food, you know, making chocolate from the cacao, because we always have cacao growing here as well. You can see a bunch of fruits coming in there. I just began pruning all the verticals on this so it grows more horizontally and opens up more space for sunlight to come in. But again, like you can hear, just giving a little tour of the property, there's tons of projects that I need help with. So, and everything's growing so fast. I planted these trees 3 years ago and look how tall they are already. Same with this guanabana. This is only 3 or 4 years old now. This guava, again, producing fruit. The trees are getting huge. This coconut I planted just 3 years ago and look how big it is. It's at the point it's going to start fruiting. This dragon fruit, I just threw little slivers and it's growing all over the fountain now. I just got to clean out the inside, but I don't use this as a water fountain. I use this as a fruit fountain. And you can see there's dragon fruit growing all over it. So soon this is going to have fruits because it's draping down. So these will start popping out fruit soon. Have you ever seen a dragon fruit fountain? I'm curious. Or is this the first one in the world? I hope so. Anyway. The point is not to be someone important. The point is to inspire important work. That's why I do all of this. So I hope that a fraction of you that are watching this video at some point throughout time, whether it's right now when I post it or years in the future, that you're inspired to grow your own food, contribute to your community. I have so many eggs right now, for example. I just messaged a bunch of neighbors this morning, would you like some eggs? And I'm not looking to sell them. I could, but these are neighbors that have given me gifts over time. For example, Jose, if you happen to be watching this, he's given me mamonchinos every time he harvests them. I want to trade him some eggs. My friend Flaco Alfredo is a bull rider. He posts my business as like one of his sponsors. So I give him and his family carton of eggs every week because he's got 3 daughters, his wife, his mother-in-law. So I love to help them with food, and he's helping me with advertising my business, which has already paid off. I was over at the soccer games on Sunday, and people were coming up to me and saying, oh, you have a vivero, which is like a nursery. And I said, oh, at some point I'll come down and buy some things from you. And that's solely because Flaco advertised me, because these people don't have my WhatsApp number. So they've seen it on Flaco's story for my business, and they're inquiring already. And this is within a few weeks of starting this. So thank you to everybody in Vasconia who helps me grow. Thank you to this beautiful land. Thank you to Costa Rica for welcoming me with open arms and grace and kindness. And thank you to all of my subscribers here on YouTube and Facebook and wherever this may be posted and shared to. I truly, genuinely love you and appreciate your support. You are my family. So thank you. Pura vida. Shoo.